Hey everybody, it's New Hampshire Sasquatch here. Thanks for checking back in. So I'm a little late actually in making this update. This is supposed to have been my 6-week update. I'm actually 2 days shy of 7 weeks post-surgery on my distal bicep tendon rupture. Big milestones achieved in the time period since I last made a video on this recovery. At my 6-week checkup, I went to see my surgeon, Dr. Fortney, and you'll notice no hardware. He gave me the authorization to go ahead and stop wearing the brace because at that point I was at about 97-98% full extension on my arm, and I had no pain or discomfort with any unrestricted movement. So he gave me the official sanction to go ahead and start doing unrestricted, unsupported movement for my arm. He also gave me clearance to actually begin what I would consider the real recovery of getting my arm back, and that's actually lifting. He gave me the official sanction to begin actually actively curling, lifting with my bicep up to a whopping 10 pounds, so real heavy days. That limitation is, it's mostly been higher reps. Obviously I stick working in that 15, 20, 25, sometimes 30 repetitions, depending on how much the muscle will stand. It's honestly, I don't feel it as much in the muscle as I do it gets tired at the junction. Another thing that happened along the way, I developed a incision site abscess right here at this corner of this lightning bolt incision I have. It got a little infected right there. He gave me some antibiotics to take to help fight that from the inside, as well as not wearing the brace anymore because the lower arm of the brace kind of came right across here. And I think that might have been rubbing it. Plus, that's probably the site when I was opened up where it was really strained and stretched as he was working in there to get that allograft tendon in there. So probably a combination of the two. But either way, that's like 98% gone now. There's a little bit of a scab left over, but all the swelling and puffiness is gone. It never really hurt, but it was just sort of ugly and unsightful. But yeah, so now I'm able to start lifting again. I'm actually starting to get a little bit of a baby bump back in the arm. That's nice to see from my perspective because obviously I'm anxious to see exactly how this muscle shapes up. I know a lot of people end up with sort of a shortening of the muscle. It changes the insertion site. I should say it changes the appearance of what the muscle belly looks like after they reattach that bicep at the radius. So I'm anxious to see if it does end up shortening, getting a weird hump. Ironically, this muscle historically has always been the one that had sort of the long, rounded peak, as opposed to this one that actually has a much higher peak on it. So we'll see in the next several months what happens with that. But being unrestricted, being able to actually work out again to some extent has been great. I've pretty much recovered even through that work, through that stretching. It's a little tight, but there's not much further I can really go straight. I think that's pretty straight out there. So it's been nice. I picked up a neat tool to use in part of my recovery. It may look enormous and heavy, but this Bells of Steel multi-bar is actually only 20 pounds. What it does have though is it has lots of different hand positions. So that affords me the opportunity to be able to work the arm through all different ranges, going from all the way wide to in tight like that in this sort of basic hammer configuration, like a hammer curl. The angles are, all the handles are sort of an angle. So if one flips it around, that also partially supinates the hand and that changes it up as well. So you can use this for lots of different things. It's been super helpful. Well, that's where I'm at right now. So some big improvements. The real work begins now, but we're looking good.